I've heard people say that the lesson of 1933 is to get out sooner rather than later. I don't think it's come to that. When I left America in 2020, I didn't do so for political reasons. I wasn't fleeing oppression. I left to broaden my own horizons in the hope that I would become a better human as a result. I left during the first Trump administration. I watched the Biden administration from a distance, not really feeling any difference. I've now watched the first 100 days of the Trump administration come and go. During this time, I have seen a difference, but not in America itself, but a difference in the voices of some of the most important people in my life. I see the media posts of some of my dearest friends. I see them overwhelmed and stressed. I used to try to console them, informing them that there are checks and balances. I would oftentimes refer to Justice Scalia's address to Congress in 2011.
What do you think is the reason that America is such a free country? What is it in our Constitution that makes us what we are?
The other day, I was reading a post from a friend of mine, a man significantly more intelligent than myself, just open-air venting on Facebook. Suddenly, I had a thought. Good Lord, maybe we're like the people on the Titanic saying that our ship can't sink. We've got the best ship. We've got the strongest ship. We've got the biggest ship. Our ship can't sink. But it doesn't matter if you've seen the movie or not. We all know that there's no such thing as a ship that can't sink. America has long had an exceptionalist narrative. Despotism can happen elsewhere, but not in America. Toni Morrison warned us. The descent into the final solution is not a jump. It's just one step, and then another, and then another. The Constitution of the United States, a document I once swore an oath to defend, appears to be holding itself up, but I hear screams that it may be under attack. Personally, I'm not quite convinced of this. However, I do understand why some of you folks may believe that it is. It's the idea that the powers that be can do anything they want to and have no recourse. This not knowing what is coming next creates a state of paralysis in society. The accumulation of all powers, legislative, executive, and judiciary, in the same hands, whether of one, a few, or many, and whether hereditary, self-appointed, or elected, may justly be pronounced the very definition of tyranny. Or the federal Constitution, therefore really chargeable with the accumulation of power, or with a mixture of powers having a dangerous tendency to such accumulation, no further arguments would be necessary to inspire a universal reprobation of the system. I persuade myself, however, that it may be apparent to everyone that the charge cannot be supported, and that the maxim on which it relies has been totally misconceived and misapplied. In order to form correct ideas on this important subject, it would be proper to investigate the sense of which the preservation of liberty requires the three great departments of power should be separate and distinct. James Madison, 1788. So what's my message to you? My fellow Americans, hold tight. This too shall pass. Midterm elections are coming soon. Do your homework. Research things yourself. Make a decision based on what your policy is and what your goals for the government are. Here's a fun fact. In 2024, America had 76,902 elections in 50 states. Of that total, 70% were uncontested. So if you think that you can do a better job than some uncontested nut job, go and campaign. If you don't want to do that job, then vote for somebody who you believe will do the best job for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.